All right, let's jump right in. Today we are embarking on an incredible culinary adventure. We're going to demystify an absolute legend, the Hyderabadi Kachay Gosht Ki Biryani. Now that literally means raw meat biryani, and we're going to break down exactly how you take raw marinated meat and partially cooked rice and turn them into pure magic, all in one pot.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. We have it on good authority that the result is going to be amazing. That's a promise, straight from Chef Rizwan, who's our guide on this one. So you know we're in for something special.
So, get ready. We are about to pull back the curtain and unlock the secrets to one of the most famous dishes on the planet. Your personal quest to master the perfect biryani, it starts right now.
Like I said, Kachay Gosht means raw meat, and that is the entire secret and the biggest challenge of this dish. The whole idea is to cook that tender, marinated chicken and that fluffy, fragrant rice at the exact same time in the same sealed pot. It sounds kind of tricky, right? But if you just follow the steps, you are going to nail it.
Okay, first things first. Every great recipe has a solid foundation, and for our biryani, it is all about the marinade. This is so much more than just adding flavor. It's what makes the meat incredibly tender, and it creates this rich, spicy base that's going to infuse every single grain of rice.
So let's build this thing. We're starting with about 1.5 kilos of chicken, and you want to use big pieces so they don't dry out. To that, we add yogurt and lemon juice, that's our tenderizer. Then ginger garlic paste for that classic punch, some ghee for richness, and then a whole cup of fried onions plus fresh coriander and mint. This is where that deep aromatic flavor starts.
And now we layer on the fragrance. This is where the whole spices come into play. We're talking cumin seeds, bay leaves, cinnamon, both black and green cardamom, cloves, star anise, the whole crew. Each of these adds its own unique note to that complex aroma that just screams biryani.
And finally, we bring the warmth and color with the ground spices. Of course, you need salt, but then we've got turmeric for that beautiful golden hue, coriander and cumin for an earthy depth, a little kick from red chili powder, and a whole tablespoon of garam masala to tie it all together. You just get in there and mix this all up really, really well with the chicken. Now, this slide right here, this is a game changer. It's all about time. Look, you can get away with marinating for 3 hours if you're in a rush, but if you want that truly tender, fall-off-the-bone, flavor-packed chicken, the secret is to let it sit in the fridge overnight. Patience is your best friend here, I promise you. Okay, while our chicken is marinating and getting all happy, we need to talk about the rice. And honestly, this might just be the most critical and the most misunderstood part of the whole process. If you get this step wrong, the entire biryani can turn into a mushy disaster.
Which leads us to the single most important question you have to ask yourself when making this dish. Not how to spice it, not how long to cook it, but just how cooked should that rice be before you even think about putting it in the pot with the chicken. And here it is, the magic number, 40%. That's it. You're only going to boil the rice for about 4 to 5 minutes. I know, it sounds crazy, right? It feels undercooked. But you have to trust the process, because the other 60% of the cooking is going to happen from the steam inside the sealed pot. This is the absolute key to getting fluffy, separate grains of rice.
And we're not just boiling it in plain water. No way. That water is a flavor bath. We've loaded it up with more whole spices, plenty of salt, green chilies, and fresh herbs. But here's the pro tip, the lemon juice. It's not just for flavor, the acidity is what helps every single grain of rice stay separate and beautiful. Don't skip it.
All right, our chicken is bursting with flavor, our rice is perfectly 40% cooked. Now it's time to bring it all home. This is the assembly phase, where we layer everything together to build our masterpiece.
And the order here is really important, so listen up. First, a bit of oil goes into a cold, heavy-bottomed pot. Cold is key. Then, you spread out all that marinated chicken in one even layer. Next, pour 2 cups of water over it. That water is going to create our steam. And finally, you gently, and I mean gently, spoon that 40% cooked rice right on top.
But wait, we're not done yet. We've got to add the finishing touches. A little mix of saffron and food color and milk gets drizzled over the top. That's how you get those iconic, colorful grains. Then, another sprinkle of those crispy fried onions for texture, and we finish it all off with a generous drizzle of ghee for that incredible aroma and richness. Okay, Everything is in place, the layers are built, the quest now enters its final and honestly, its most magical stage, the dum. This is that traditional, slow steaming method that's going to cook everything to absolute perfection.
So what exactly is dum cooking? Well, it's a brilliant but simple idea. It's all about sealing the pot so it's completely airtight. By trapping all that steam, you force the raw chicken to cook in its own juices, and that very same steam perfectly finishes cooking the rice sitting on top. Every bit of flavor and aroma is locked inside.
Now the timing here is everything, and it's a two-part process. For the first 5 minutes, you blast it on a high flame. Your goal is just to get that water boiling and build up a ton of steam inside the pot. Then you immediately drop the heat down to medium-low for the next 40 minutes. That gentle heat lets everything cook through slowly without burning the bottom.
So after 45 minutes of just waiting, of trusting the process and the magic happening inside that sealed pot, we finally arrive at the last step. It's time for the delicious reveal.
The flame is off, you carefully remove whatever you used to weigh down the lid, you break that seal, and here we go. The moment of truth. This is where all that hard work and patience pays off.
And oh my goodness, the first thing that hits you is the smell. An incredible cloud of steam just erupts, and it's full of spices and saffron and mint. You peek inside, you test the chicken, and it's perfectly tender. The rice is fluffy, the biryani is juicy. It worked. It's a total success.
But hold on, before you just start scooping from the top, listen closely. This is so important. All of that amazing flavor, the real heart of the dish, is in the masala at the very bottom with the chicken. You have to gently mix from the bottom up, folding that masala into the fluffy white rice. That way, every single spoonful is the perfect bite.
So, let's recap the keys to your victory. Number 1, the overnight marinade. It's crucial for flavor. Number 2, the 40% rice secret for those perfect, non-mushy grains. 3, a totally unbroken dum seal to trap all that magic inside. And 4, that final, gentle mix to bring it all together. You nail these 4 things, you've nailed the dish. So there you have it. You've been armed with the secrets to one of the greatest dishes in the world. You've seen how a few precise steps and a little bit of patience can create something truly spectacular. The only question left is, now that you've conquered this quest, what culinary adventure are you going to take on next? Thanks for joining me.